wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Stays on his feet. He's still fighting forward. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to Dallas for Buccaneer TV. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking is they're going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
The point after through the raindrops sounded good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Damiere Byrd returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Shut him down!
After 7-0 on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously some...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, a good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 43. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Bird now ready to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll run on first down. Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On second and goal, Brady. And it's caught. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Flush to his right. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. On first down, Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now 21-0. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, or so-called unnamed sources that were saying, all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Mike Edwards picks it off, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. A quick throw caught by Godwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Brady to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A give. This is Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still fighting. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside.
And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. A 1st down and then some for Montgomery. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 38-yard line. 36 yards on the play. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll be 1st down Bears. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Fields buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields, man open, it's Goodwin. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Out of
of the gun. Fields.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Touchdown! Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Brady going to throw here. Going up top for Miller. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it and do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But with a touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Bird now ready to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 23.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They've got his man complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
He's going to go up top again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Or you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.